If you want to do straight cuts, nice and straight, or want to do tapered cuts. Oh. Build this. Let me show you how. So first thing is first, get your scrap material. What I did is the width is about 300 millimeters by 1.2 meters long. So that is kind of the way that I want to go with it. I just wanted to go with the length as well, but also just a little bit more depth. And what you're going to do is cut 2 grooves, and then we're going to go and divide also more grooves in. So what you'll need is a dovetail router bit, small one that I've got now. I'm going to use that because that will work wonderful with these clamps. So set that up completely, adding all your things in. What you'll also need to do is just adjust your depth. It can be set properly. You just want it to go nice in so it can actually stuck inside there and you don't have to lose it. And also add your side guide to it. What you also want to just check when you put your side guide on, that you give it about a 30 centimeters or 30 millimeters away from your side, so on your sides of your material that you can cut these grooves on both sides. So what you'll do is just clamp it down and then run with the fence of your router against the sides, just cutting that dovetail groove into it. Yes, there is other ways that you can do this, but this is just a cheap DIY trick that you can have in your shop, make it life easier for you. So now what you want to do is from the sides mark 100, same on the other side 100, and then divide the whole length into what the length is minus 1.2 meters, so that will be 600. So dividing that in there, and then dividing that sides and also that sides also, and that gives me about a 25 mil gap between, so that will be 85 and then 25 on the side. And then on those marks you run through with your router. So the nice part of having these grooves in, you can slide in your clamps and you can make your own fence where you're going to basically run your router on. So you'll take your side guide off and then you just use that to mark it through. So when you're done making these grooves, just come with a piece of sandpaper, just slightly, just to get in there, just to smoothen out these corners, that it doesn't chip quickly as such. So yeah, that's just basically getting in there and taking it out. And there you have it. Then you can go in from the sides, clamp what you need to clamp. So when you add in your materials, just make sure that it just goes off the board length, because you don't want to cut through the board. You want to cut literally along the side of the board. So clamp it down. Your board is your guide to see where you're going to cut that piece of material. Now I can just literally run that against the fence and then slide that through your table saw. So doing the tapered part of this project is also very easy. So you mark out your taper joints on your board itself, and that will give you the line where you can have the material run on, and then you just clamp it according to that size. And then just run that also through your table saw, and you will see it gives you a straight cut on that line that you have created. So there you have it. Straight cuts, the tapered cuts, all in one woodworking jig that you need in your shop. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.